College Football 27 Dynasty is already here. Let's go. It's July 7th. I get access to the full game on the 9th, but at the time of recording, I only have the 10-hour trial, and I think I have like 9 hours left. So that should be more than enough to last me till July 9th. I could not figure out which team I wanted to rebuild. My heart leans towards the South Carolina Gamecocks just because I'm a big fan of the Gamecocks, living in South Carolina, obviously. Don't dox my address or anything. I want to let the wheel spin decide because I did that last year for one episode and I never stuck with it, and I think it's a good idea. I think it's the only way that I can be impartial, because if I don't let the wheel spin decide, it'll be South Carolina. So let's go right into the wheel spin. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna be spinning the wheel of conferences first. As you can see, I have every conference listed, and then once we get a conference, we're going to be spinning the wheel for a team. When I spin the wheel for a team, I'm going to give myself 3 options and then a 4th one, but that 4th one will be do or die. I'm not going to be doing that for the conferences, however. So here we go. On the count of 3, we're going to be spinning the wheel of conferences to see which conference we're going to have to select from. 3, 2, 1. Let's see who it's going to be. And we're going to be having some midweek action. We're going to be rebuilding a school from the MAC. That's honestly not a bad option at all, especially for a more difficult rebuild. Without further ado, let's go find our team. Okay, so I do have every team listed here for the MAC. Again, 3 spins. Those are the 3 I can choose from, or I can do a do or die 4th team just to see if we get anybody better. Well, actually, when I mean better, I mean worse, because the worse team we get, the better the rebuild would be. I do have the standings right here so that I don't end up picking the team that won the MAC, because I have no idea who won the MAC last year. Anyways, here we go. First spin. Let's go. Who's the first team that we're going to get to choose from today? It looks like it's going to be Miami, Ohio. I'm pretty sure Miami, Ohio is good, if I remember correctly. Or I'm thinking of college basketball. They might be trash in football. Let's go check. All right, so for 2025, it looks like Miami, Ohio was 6-2 in the conference and 7-7 overall. So I could end up picking them, but I probably won't. We're actually going to go back over to the wheel spin. We're going to remove Miami, Ohio, and we're going to spin it again. Let's see if we get a worse school. And we're going to get Ball State. Okay, Ball State, I know, is not very good. It looks like last year they were 3-5 in the conference, 4-8 overall. Ball State is so far my number 1 option. Let's go back. We're going to remove them, and we're going to do it one more time, unless we want to do the do or die team. And we're going to end up getting Bowling Green. So I don't think Bowling Green's very good, if I remember correctly. I don't think any of these teams are great. Bowling Green is going to be 2-6 in the conference and 4-8 overall. So it really comes down to Ball State or Bowling Green. What team do I want to rebuild and eventually take to the college football playoffs and hopefully one day the college football national championship? I don't know. This is a tough choice. All right, so here we go. Ball State, they went 4-8 last year. We are going to be taking over as head coach, Mike Uramovich. Yeah, you suck. D+, and we were terrible last year. Get him off the team. We need our guy, Let's Go, to really coach this team up. That's not the Let's Go that I know. Don't worry. We'll get him looking right. All right, Let's Go looks ready to go. Rebuild the Ball State Cardinals, which is just an unbelievably difficult job to do. I mean, look at this guy. He's up to the task, and I think we're ready to go. I mean, just look at the former seasons that we've had with this team. This team is not very good. They won the MAC in 2020, it looks like, but since then, it has been a downward decline. Just horrible football being played by the Cardinals, and we're going to come in and make that right. It looks like they want us to be ranked in the top 25 by the next 3 seasons. That should be doable. Win a road game this season, should be doable, and then beat Northern Illinois. So I guess that's going to be our big rival, and they really want us to beat them. It looks like the job security is pretty safe, though. They're just happy to have us here, so that's always a good sign, too. But we're going to be signing our 3-year contract. We're going to see what we can do in 3 years. We put pen to paper. The Dynasty starts right now, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait. This is the first Dynasty I've played in this new game, so it's really cool to see these screens. It really makes you feel like you're in a real college football in the real world. This is really, really awesome, really well done. So it looks like they want us to hire staff. It looks like we have coordinator and a defensive coordinator. It looks like they both suck though, so we're gonna need new guys. Looks like I have 240 of those blue points. I'm not exactly sure what that is. What do we need? We need fundraising coordinator, assist contract analyst, recruiting assistant, strength and conditioning. We're going to go with the assistant contract analyst. I think that one will be the best one, especially as we're starting off the rebuild. To be able to have more recruiting hours, especially at the beginning of a rebuild, is going to be huge for us. Next, we're going to be doing a recruiting board. I would like to check out the roster before I start doing this, kind of see where we're lacking. If I had to guess, it would probably be everywhere. So it looks like the best quarterback we have on the roster is going to be a 72 overall Keldrick Luster. What an interesting name. There is a very good chance that one of these freshman quarterbacks take over, either Mason Atkins or Wyatt Weiss. There's a very good chance that I just throw them in there, especially if we're terrible to start the season, just so that they can progress up and maybe, be really good by the time they're a senior if they haven't left already. And then we got TJ Horton, a 77 overall junior running back. A lot of these guys are going to be older, at least the starters. Wide receiver core, not looking very good at either. We have Jabari Smith Jr. I guess Kevin Durant eventually ran him off of the Rockets, and now he's playing wide receiver for the Ball State Cardinals. Kevin Durant did that man dirty in the playoffs, so I don't blame him. Tight end, I mean, just the worst tight end room you've ever seen in your life. 71 overall. Offensive line is not much better. We need players at every position. This team is just flat out terrible. Our best player, it looks like, is going to be a 79 overall corner who's a junior, and he's going to be leaving pretty soon. His name is Willie Zuan Yates, but it looks like that's going to be our best player on this team. Well, him and Quintavious Scandrett, or it looks like those are going to be our two best players, and they're both going to be defensive backs. So that's just great. That's really what I wanted to see. So going into recruiting, we need every position. I'm not really sure who to really start to target first, but we need everything. So let's go through and just pick some people. We're just going to scout this quarterback just to see how good he really is. And it's not good. I was hoping to maybe find, a diamond in the rough, but it's just not looking good for us. We just got to win some games and win some big games, and maybe, that'll help. Does that say at Ohio State week 1? Are we dead serious right now? Why? In what world is that a good idea? You know what? Maybe it's not the worst idea in the world. We had a real test game 1 in the first video of the Dynasty. Maybe that's not the worst thing ever. I'm just not looking forward to that. Maybe we could play like a bum SEC school. And I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to take them into Starkville, Mississippi. And that's going to be week 6. That's going to be way later on down the line. We may have already deleted the game and, trashed my monitor because of the game. By that point, you never really know. But without further ado, let's get into game 1 at Ohio State. I'm sure this is going to go really well. First ever game of the College Football 27 Dynasty. I cannot wait. Let's see if we can go upset Ohio State in what would be the greatest start to a dynasty I could ever ask for. The intros for this game are really cool too. I mean, this is just awesome. I'm just waiting for Ball State to run out to the boos at this stadium, at the Horseshoe. And there they are, the boys. They look locked in. They look ready to go upset the #1 team in the country. Here we go. Kickoff. We are going to get the ball to start and we're going to try to start the game off with some momentum. We're going to see if it's utterly impossible to do just the unthinkable. And not a great start on the kickoff. I mean, this team is just scary good. They are unbelievably better than we are, and we are severely outmatched at every level. First play of the game is going to be a run for 9 yards by TJ Horton. That's not bad at all. We're going to keep feeding him. See if we can establish a run game. That would be huge for us early on in this game. It's going to be Horton again. Horton is going to pick up the first down. Going back to the well, and that time Horton only gets a yard. And I think we're going to go with the first pass of the day. We're going to go to the out route. It's going to be caught for the first down. But there is a flag. It looks like this is going to be on us. I wonder what this call is. It's going to be offensive pass interference? Is that right? No! It's a pass interference on Ohio State. I thought it said it was on us, but it's not. And we are going to accept it. And we are already in Buckeye territory with TJ Horton, who's off to the races. Horton around the line, and TJ Horton having a really good start to the season for us. And we're going to run it up the middle again for a pickup of 8. It's TJ Horton again. We're going to go to the flat. We got a man. It's going to be first and goal from the 9. What a drive by Ball State to open up this game. This has been a masterclass of play calling by Lesko. I would just like to point that out. TJ Horton is going to finish it off with an opening drive touchdown. Nobody, myself included, expected that. But we're going to get into the end zone on the opening drive by establishing the run game with TJ Horton. 7-0 Ball State. Absolutely unbelievable. I do have a feeling that Jeremiah Smith will be doing unspeakable things to us. And there's Jeremiah Smith, play number 1. He's going to pick up 9 yards, almost get the first down. Another run to the same guy, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Big play right here. I don't want to ever go man against this team because Jeremiah Smith is going to torch us. But I think on 3rd down, we're going to try it. I'm going to use her. It's our best corner on Jeremiah Smith. We're going to see what we can do. Sayan's just going to take off. Smith was probably open there, but Julian Sayan just decides to take off and run for a first down. I'm not going to use her against Jeremiah Smith anymore. We're just going to be playing D-line most likely, just because that's a lot easier on me. Maybe that'll be a mistake. You never know. They're going to go back to the running back here. Or no, he's going to throw to Innis. Up the middle run, and he's got a lot of space. Really good blocking up front, and he's able to get another first down. Now we're going to go double team here, but for some reason, Jeremiah Smith is not one of the guys that we're going to double. This is an interesting play call on 1st down. I didn't really mean to choose it. They're going to go to the tight end, and he's going to be able to pick up 7. We're going to go back to that same running back who just had a good play before, and he's going to make it 2nd down and 5. And defensively, we can't really do anything right now. This has been bad. That was a quick first quarter. May need to adjust the quarter timings in this game as we continue through this dynasty. They're going to run it, and he's going to get outside. I thought he was going up the middle there, but he ends up breaking to the right instead of going up the center. And Ohio State responds very easily. So 7-7 against Ohio State here. Honestly, not a terrible start. I'm not, too upset with it. And as we get just blasted up the center. Now we really need to throw. We got our tight end wide open, and he's going to pick up 8 yards. So don't want to go back to the run game now. Want to pick up his first down, and then we can start running the football again. We're going to go to the underneath route, and he's not going to be able to pick it up. He gets a yard, and I think we're going to be forced to punt here. And he's going to get a great return. He may house call it, and he does. Touchdown, Ohio State. A punt return touchdown. It wasn't a great punt by me, and he's able to return it very easily. Little to no resistance there. And they're up 14-7. So that's honestly more how I thought this game would go. We're going to go to the slant. Jabari Smith that is not Jabari Smith, I don't think. Either way, whoever it was not able to hold on to it. And just like that, we're back to punting. This time, it's a much better punt. We're going to see if we can actually make a tackle here. And we can. Forge is probably going to be my most likely user this season. As I accidentally dive, I tried to get around the man, and instead it forced him to dive, and he's going to take off. He's going to be in for another touchdown. I swear I was moving the right stick to try to get around the defender, and for some reason it made him dive. I'm not going to make you guys watch the rest of that. We got absolutely demolished. They put up 42 in the second quarter. So, yeah, Bo Jackson went nuclear. We suck. Some bright spots about this game is that TJ Horton's incredible. I think the freshman Mason Atkins is going to be the starting quarterback long term. And also Jabari Smith Jr. is amazing. So those are really the bright spots that I got from this game. And I'm looking forward to see what we can do against teams that are more our level. Maybe one day we'll get up there and we'll be able to compete with Ohio State. But until then, we have a ton of work to do. Next episode will be coming soon, but I appreciate you guys for watching. And make sure if you want to see the next episode, then subscribe, turn the notifications on so that you know when I'm coming out with another one. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video.